My last video, PixInsight is easy, got a lot of positive attention. And thanks a lot for all the feedback I got. So one thing people ask is, how do we go on from here? And I promised to do a follow-up video, and here it is. I promise we will keep it easy, but we will discover so much more cool stuff which you can apply right away to your pictures. So please join me. This is View into Space. I'm Sascha from Switzerland, so grüezi miteinander, and thanks for watching my channel. So what are we going to do today? First of all, we step up the game in the background extraction and go from the automatic background extraction to the dynamic background extraction. And the next thing we're going to do, and that's a huge game changer, is we start using scripts. And to be precise, we are going to use the Easy Suite. Now for that we need to do some preparation work. So the first thing we need is Starnet Plus, or how it's written in PixInsight, Starnet 2. So please go in PixInsight in a Processes, All Process, and check if you will find the entry Starnet 2. There's some inconsistent reporting. Some say it's already included in PixInsight in the newer version, some say it's not. If you can find Starnet 2, then all is fine. If you cannot find it, you have to install it. And for that, please go to this link here. I also put it in the description below, and follow the instructions of installing Starnet Plus. And to be precise, install the PixInsight plugin. Now the next thing we have to do is we have to install the Easy Suite. For that, please click on this link here. It's also in the description below, and you open this website with it. Keep it open, keep PixInsight open, and we meet each other at the other side in the computer. Okay, here we are on my computer. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to install now the Easy Suite. And that's really easy. So the only thing you have to do, you have to copy this URL. And now in PixInsight, you go to Resources, Updates, Managing Repositories. Here you say Add. And now here you enter this URL. You click OK. I click Cancel because I already have it. And then it's in here. You click OK. And that's it. Now just restart PixInsight. And then actually when you go here to Script, you will find here the Easy Processing Suite. And we will make use of that through this tutorial. But now let's get started with our easy but improved process. So for this tutorial, I chose M20, the Trifid Nebula. And if we stretch it, remember, press this nuclear sign here, we can actually see it. So this is the picture right out from stacking. So the first thing we're going to do is, as last time, a dynamic crop. So we go Process, All Processes, and then Dynamic Crop. For the processes we already covered, I will not give a lot of explanations, so I will just do it. We see here the errors that we have. We have to correct that with a little bit of dynamic crop. So I will just move it in so that all these errors are gone. That's fine. I will click the green hook, and the picture is now okay from a crop point of view. So now comes the first new thing that we're going to do, and that is the dynamic background extraction. Remember last time we used the automatic background extractor. That's not bad, but we can do better here. So we go Process, All Process, and we choose the dynamic background extraction. So what we have to do now, as soon as we have it open, is we have to give them the samples of the background. And samples are places where there's really background, where there's no star, and where there's no nebula. So I start now. I just click on places like this one, where there's no star, where it's rather black, and you see you get now this pattern, and you get here this green box. Then you did it right. So now you go on with that. And there's a million of ways how you can do that if you look at other tutorials. I just like to do it non-systematic, simply go through and try to evenly distribute these boxes wherever I find a good slot. So you don't need a million of these boxes, but I would say around 20 to 30 evenly distributed is probably a good mix. I'm happy with this now. So now we should actually have this here not in a colorful tone, but rather pale. And what we're working with is the tolerance here. I usually use a tolerance of 2.5. And if I enter that, you see it gets very, very pale. I can also look now if I click on the boxes on some other ones, and as long as they're rather pale, that's fine. So that looks good. Next thing, we have to go into the target image correction and put the correction on subtractions. Otherwise, nothing is going to happen. And that's actually everything. Now just press the green hook, execute, and it's happening. You get the same way you got it from the automatic background extraction. You get two windows. If I stretch it, this is now the picture, and the other one is what it actually has subtracted, and you see it's substantial. I can delete that. I don't need that anymore. And I can also delete the old picture. Okay, and here we have now our picture with the background extracted. The next things are steps we have already done last time. That's the background neutralization. Next, the SCNR. And last but not least, the photometric color calibration. Here is a repetition. We enter the object, M20, search for it, get it. I have to change the pixel size of my camera, the focal length of my telescope, and the date when I actually took this picture. Nothing more to do that. Let's execute it. Okay, and it's finished. Looks perfect from a diagram point of view. It's nice. And you see a substantial difference in the picture now. So really great. So now with that, we go to unfamiliar territory again, and we start using the Easy Suite. The first thing we want to do, we want to denoise the picture. And when we work with the Easy Suite, we do not go to Process, but we go to Script. We open Script, Easy Processing Suite, and Easy Denoise. And we get to this picture. Now there's a lot of instruction here, a lot of tabs. You can evaluate first, but you know what? The good part also here is that all we'd have to do is press Run Easy Denoise. For most cases, this is foolproof and the default setting will work fine. So how a script works is that it now on its own opens some processes and runs them through. So as you can see here on the status screen, it already did some histogram transformation, curve transformation, it does some denoise, it does some masks, so a lot of magic. But all we can do is actually sit back and look at it. And just as a warning, this takes some time, so I will speed it up now. But it can comfortably take 5 to 10 minutes until it's through with the denoise action. And just as a tip, if this denoise process is too slow for you, and you're not happy with the results, there is a better way and a faster one. And that's the noise exterminator. It's another script for PixInsight, but compared to the Easy Suite, the difference is it's not free. It costs you $40. But from my point of view, it's well worth spent. Okay, and after a long waiting time, the denoise actions are finished and our picture looks much, much nicer. The next action is to stretch it, to get from a linear picture to a non-linear picture. So as you can see, if I press here the red cross, it is still unstretched. Last time we used the screen transfer function. This time we also use a script for that. So we go again into Script, Easy Processing Suite, and we find here Easy Soft Stretch. Click it. Usually also it's okay, so you have to do nothing. Simply click on run easy soft stretch. And here you go. It is stretched in a nice way. So with that, we come to the next optional step, and this is easy HDR. Now HDR we usually use if the nebula or the galaxy or whatever has a high dynamic contrast and certain parts might be blown out if we simply stretch it without it. So do we need HDR here? I would say it's a borderline case. We might be able to do without it, but it might help. And usually in these cases, the best thing is just to try it. And then we'll see the result, we compare, and we decide how to proceed. So let's go up again to the script, Easy Processing Suite, and here we have it, Easy HDR. We click on Run Easy HDR, and let it run, and let's see what happens. Again, you see many filters that it creates. This process does not go that long as the Easy Denoise. The Easy Denoise is by far the longest process. It's already done. So, but it's not this picture here that's affected by the HDR, it's this one. Here we have the mask, so we close the mask. We definitely do not need that anymore. And here we have now the HDR version. So let's look at them side by side. And looking at it, I can definitely say here, I do not like it. So this looks like too transparent. The stars are then too much in the foreground. The nebula kind of disappears. So in this case, I would definitely say HDR is a no-go. Let's close it again. But good thing we tried, then we know it. But to be clear, there's a lot of cases where HDR makes a lot of sense. Next is the easy star reduction, because the stars are still too bright, too big, and make too much competition to the Trifid Nebula, which is really what we want to emphasize on. So let's go up to Script again, Easy Processing Suite, Easy Star Reduction. And that's actually why you need the Starnet Plus. So this script will not function if the Starnet Plus is not installed. So let's click now also on Run Easy Star Reduction. Okay, and this is done too. And as you can see, there's a lot less star or less bright star or less big stars here. And we can actually see what the star reduction did clip away. So all this stuff, it clipped away. We can delete this. And what stays is this here. So what comes now is again things we have already done. That's first of all the curves transformation. So we go Process, Curves Transformation. We click on Preview, and we get this whole thing a little bit nicer. And nicer is always a little bit individual. How dark you like it, how much you want the color to pop. We can always compare with the preview mode on and off if it looks nice, and I think that looks pretty nice. As always, this is up to your personal taste, but for the moment, I will leave it like this. So now if I'm okay, I have to press here the square. It will be applied. As always, don't be shocked, this is just a preview. We can close that. We can close the preview. And here we have our picture. So last but not least, we actually run the unsharp mask. So again, Process, unsharp mask. Also here, we select the preview. We try it out, how much is in the default position. Looks nice, we see the stars much sharper. We can try it with a little bit more. I would say somewhere in the middle, we should be okay. Yep, that looks nice. Also, I apply it. And here we go. Okay, this is our final picture. I think it looks really nice. Again, as I said in the other video, this is not the end. We can still go much higher, much better, but it's also much more effort. And there might be another video later on where I show you how to do it the perfect way. Now, as a little bit an extra, because we already have installed Starnet Plus, I want to show you what you can do with it. Because it might be that you would actually like to see the nebula without all these stars, that you really only want to show how beautiful the nebula is. And for that, you actually can go to Process, All Process, you go down to Starnet 2. You open it. It's not linear data, so you unselect that. We don't need the star mask. You simply apply it, that's all. And you wait. Also here, Starnet takes a lot of time. This is sped up massively, but it might take 5 to 10 minutes until it has removed the stars. If you want to have it faster, if you want to have it even a tide better, then also pay the $40 and get Star Exterminator. Okay, and like magic, all the stars are gone and only the nebula is left. Also a very breathtaking sight. Okay, and that's it. You mastered it. I hope that was valuable for you and it gets you even more excited in what PixInsight can do. If you liked it, please click the subscribe button below and give me a thumbs up. See you next time and clear skies.